Hello and welcome everyone. So in today's lesson, I will teach you how to construct a good paragraph. A good writing focuses on a single topic or idea, but before we write, we must make a rough draft. We must have a topic sentence in the first paragraph. We must have supportive sentences in our body, adding details to our paragraph. And we must have a conclusion which sums up our paragraph by giving evidence. So before we begin, what is a paragraph? What is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences about an idea. Again, what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences about an idea. You may ask, so how many sentences are in a paragraph? Well, a paragraph has about 5 sentences. Sometimes you can have fewer or more, but usually 5 sentences is a good number for a good paragraph. Now, the first sentence of a paragraph is always indented. Okay, so we leave space and then we begin our paragraph. Another question you may ask, so how many parts does a paragraph have? Again, how many parts does a paragraph have? A paragraph has 3 parts. The first part is a topic sentence, and this tells us the main idea or what the paragraph is about. The next part of the paragraph is, the next part of a paragraph are the details, the detailed sentences. And these sentences explain and support the main idea. And the last part of the paragraph is the conclusion, like I said, and the conclusion sentence. Now, this sentence reminds us of the main idea that we started in our first paragraph. So now let's begin. Let's talk about pre-writing our paragraph. So before we sit down and write, we must pre-write. There are pre-writing stages. The pre-writing stages is when you think carefully and organize your ideas for your paragraph before you begin writing. So you're going to sit and brainstorm about an idea, what your paragraph is going to be about, or a topic. Next, we have 6 pre-writing stages that you must do before you begin writing. Okay, so number 1, it is to think carefully about what you are going to write about. Again, number 1, think carefully about what you are going to write. So ask yourself, what question am I going to answer in this paragraph or essay? How can I best answer this question? What is the most important part of my answer? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself when you find a topic that you want to write about. Another question is, how can I make an introductory sentence or thesis statement from the most important part of my answer? We also have to think about what facts or ideas can I use to support my introductory sentence. How can I make this paragraph or essay interesting? And do I need more facts on this topic? Where can I find more facts on this topic? So these are all questions you must sit and brainstorm about. Next, we go to start writing. So you open your notebook, you write out your answers to the questions that we just asked ourselves, and you do not need to spend a lot of time doing this. Just write enough to help you remember why and how you are going to write your paragraph. Okay, we're not doing essay, we're working on a paragraph now. And number 3 is collect facts relating to your paragraph or essay topic. So where do we collect the facts? You are going to look for and write down facts that will help you answer your question. Okay, So it can be online, it can be from encyclopedia, it can be from the dictionary, but like to save time, make sure the facts you are writing are related to the exact question. So do not go off the topic. Make sure that you're answering the question that you are talking about in your topic, to make it simple and clear to the reader. You are going to answer, so these facts that you are writing are related exactly to the question you are going to answer in your paragraph. Next we have, so now you start writing down your ideas. You have to ask yourself, what else do I want to say about this topic? And why should people be interested in this topic? And why is this topic important? Okay, so you answer all of these questions so you can put your paragraph all together. This is pre-writing, before we write the final draft of our paragraph. Again, you're going to ask yourself, what else do I want to say about this topic? Why should people be interested in this topic? And why is this topic important? These are questions you must answer. Your main question that you have in your first paragraph. So the reader continues to want to finish and read what your topic is about. Then we go to find the main idea of your paragraph. And this is when you choose the most important point you are going to present. Okay? If you cannot decide which point is most important, just choose one and stick to it throughout your paragraph. This is what I want you to do. Just stick to one important point and write the rest of your paragraph about. I don't want different things. This is just the beginning. Now we go to organize your facts and ideas in a way that develops your main idea. Okay, so what does this mean? Organize your facts and ideas in a way that develops your main idea. So you have questions, you have your main topic, and then you made up questions, you found facts about your questions. Now we're going to put it all together. So once you have chosen the most important point of your paragraph, you must find the best way to tell your reader about it. You look at the facts that you have written. You look at your own ideas on the topic, and then you decide which fact and ideas will best support the main idea of your paragraph. Once you have chosen the facts and the ideas you want to use in your paragraph, you ask yourself which order to put them in the paragraph. So you write down your own notes first, and that you can you use this to guide yourself as you are writing your paragraph. It makes it a lot easier and your writing is more organized. It is very important to follow these steps so you are not stressed out, you don't know where to start. So here I've given you just the basic, simple, clear steps how to begin writing a paragraph. And if you follow these, your writing will be great. It will be organized, it will be detailed, and it will be clear to the reader. Now again, to recap what I said, you're going to open your notebook, or you can work on the word process. You are going to write the topic sentence, okay, which we said, it is the topic sentence is the first sentence of the, of your paragraph. And we have to remember that the sentence is always indented. And you have the supporting sentences and you have your conclusion, okay? Number 3, write clear and simple sentences to express your meaning. You don't have to add too much information as long as your sentence is clear. and you're expressing what you mean in the sentence, that's fine. 4, focus on the main idea of your paragraph. Do not go off track. So we are focusing on the main idea, which is the first sentence. That's what our paragraph is going to be all about. Also, you can use a dictionary to help you find additional words to express your ideas. Dictionary is always very helpful. Now here, when we edit our paragraph, what does edit mean? And I always tell you guys, please edit your work, edit your writing. So we first write a rough draft, you show it to me, and this is called editing. This is the editing stage. I edit it for you. I tell you where your mistakes are. I tell you what you are missing, what you did good on. So this is the editing stage. And the editing stage is when you check, or I check your paragraph for mistakes and I correct them, and then I return it back to you, and then you complete your final draft of a paragraph or an essay. Also, you have to, before you give me your writing, we have to check for grammar and spelling. Check for your spelling, check for your grammar, read your essay again, make sure each sentence has a subject, see if your subject and verbs agree with each other. Also, we have to check the verb tenses of each sentence, which we have learned and still are learning. Make sure, the sentences, the verb are correct, there's no mistakes, and make sure that each sentence makes sense. Okay, again, this is very important. Make sure that each sentence makes sense. Again, check your spelling, check your grammar, read your essay again. Make sure each sentence has a subject. See if your subject and verbs agree with each other. Check your verb tenses in each sentence. Make sure it's correct. And make sure that each sentence makes sense. Okay? Now here, to organize our paragraph, make sure your paragraph has a topic. Like I said, I'm repeating. Make sure your paragraph has a topic. Make sure your supporting sentences focuses on the main idea. So we have the first sentence is, our topic. And then we have, after that, supporting sentences that are focusing on the first sentence, which is our main idea. We also have to make sure you have a closing sentence, okay, which this comes at the end, which is called conclusion. You have to check all your sentences, focus on the main idea, make sure your sentences are focusing on the main idea and you didn't get off track. And read it once, twice, let your sister, your brother read it. See if the paragraph is interesting. See if they like it. Make sure it's not boring. Make sure it's going to catch the reader's attention. Okay? So this is how we organize. Make sure your paragraph has a topic. Make sure you have supporting sentences that focus on the main idea. Make sure you have a conclusion or closing sentence. And check that all your sentences focus on the main idea. So we're not talking about other ideas. And have someone proofread your paragraph to see if it's interesting or not. What is a topic sentence? You're going to ask. The topic sentence is the first sentence in a paragraph. Again, I'm going to repeat them once, twice, 3 times until you get it. What does a topic sentence do? Well, a topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. So the topic sentence is your main idea, of what your paragraph is going to be about. And the next question is, how do I write one? Well, when, like I said, you summarize the main idea of your paragraph, and this is an indicator to the reader that your paragraph will be about. Okay, so we summarized all of the ideas that we wrote down on a rough draft, and we made it into a sentence. And this sentence is the indicator to the reader, هيعرف الreader what you are talking about in your paragraph. So it's usually one sentence and you have summarized your ideas and you put it into one sentence, and this one sentence بيعرف اللي عم بقرأ what you are talking about in your paragraph. Easy, it's not complicated. So we have a topic sentence. A topic sentence is the first sentence in a paragraph. What does it do? It introduces the main idea. And how do I write one? We write one by summarizing ideas that we wrote down in a rough draft. And why is the topic sentence important? Because the topic sentence is the indicator to the reader what your paragraph is going to talk about. Okay? Here I have an example for you. There are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. This is my personal opinion. So here, the topic sentence, there are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. I chose this topic sentence. Now, I'm going to continue with supportive sentences, which gives the reader evidence why. And first, Canada is an excellent healthcare system. Again, Canada has an excellent healthcare system. All Canadians have access to medical services at a reasonable price. Second, Canada has a high standard of education. Okay, so I have my first supportive sentences, and I have another supportive sentences. The second one, Canada has a high standard of education. And then I talk a little bit about it. Students are taught by well-trained teachers and are encouraged to continue studying at university. Finally, here comes our conclusion. Finally, Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of space for people to live. As a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. So I have my topic sentence. There are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries. And then I have my supportive sentences, which is first, second, and I talk about it. I say Canada has an excellent healthcare system. And then I talk, give more information about it. All Canadians have medical access, medical services at a reasonable price. So I gave a supportive fact why Canadians have, how Canadians have an excellent healthcare system. They have an excellent healthcare system, and the medical services are at a reasonable price, which means it's affordable. Second supportive sentence, Canada has a high standard of education, which means their schooling, their education, is at a high standard, which means they have, one of the best education systems. And then I talk about why, why does Canada have high standard of education? Students are taught by well-trained teachers. Here's one, because they have great teachers, and the teachers encourage the students to continue studying at university. Okay, so I have one supportive, and I gave a fact, and I have a second supportive sentence. I talked about it, and I gave facts about it. And then I have my conclusion, which is finally, Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. And I talk a little bit more about it. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of space for people to live. As a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. Do you see how my last sentence is referring back to the first sentence, my topic sentence? And this makes our paragraph flow easier. It makes it more clear for the reader, and it makes it more interesting for the reader to continue reading your paragraph. So it's, this is the simplest way I thought of giving it to you. So again, topic, supportive sentences, conclusion. Make sure our last sentence is almost the same as the first sentence, but we can change the words around. Here we have, what are the supportive sentences that I was just talking about? Well, they come after the topic sentence, making up the body of a paragraph. And what do supportive sentences do? Well, like I said, they give details to develop and support the main idea of a paragraph. Again, what are supportive sentences? They come after the topic sentence, like I just said, and they make up the body of the paragraph. And what do? They give more details to develop and support the main idea, which was your first sentence of the paragraph. So we are supporting the question you asked, or we are supporting your topic sentence. And how do I write them? You should have supporting facts. Well, I found out about Canada's healthcare system, and these are true facts. And I gave details and I gave examples. So you must do some research about your topic if you don't already know it, and your research must be true to support your paragraph. So again, how do I write them? You should have supporting facts, and after the fact, put more details, and then you can give also examples in your supportive sentences to make it more interesting for the reader to know, more about Canada. So here we talked about our topic sentence, and in red here are the supportive sentences. And I'll read it again to you first. Canada has an excellent healthcare system. Here's a supportive sentence. More detail. All Canadians have access to medical services at a reasonable price. So I have supportive sentence, and I have facts and details. And I have another supportive sentences. Second, Canada has a high standard of education. Here's our supportive sentence. And to give more in detail and more facts, students are taught by well-trained teachers. This is a fact. And are encouraged to continue studying at a university. This is also another fact. And then we have our conclusion. Finally, Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of space for people to live. Okay, so I have my conclusion, and I have supporting it, and I have I'm talking about facts about Canadian cities. And then we have our final conclusion sentence. As a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. So here, if you look at the first sentence that I wrote for you, there are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. I gave the reasons, and as a result, and this is as a result, and we have first, and we have second, we have finally. If you notice what these are linking words. And linking words is what we studied in the previous video. So do you see how all the grammar comes together? How, our sentences, how they are grammatically correct, and how we use prepositions, how we use selective, how select our writing, how we are using linking words. So, all the grammar that we take in English has a purpose, has a reasoning, and this is a great example because here we used grammar, we used linking words, and all of these teach us how to write better. So, as I was saying, as a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. So here you are the conclusion sentence, this is reminding us of the main idea, which is in the first sentence, and it's giving, it's answering the question, where we said there are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. We gave the reasons, we gave facts, and now here we answered our question, why Canada is a desirable place to live. So this is an excellent small paragraph. It's well organized. It's clear. It has a topic sentence. It has evidence. It has supportive sentences, and it has a conclusion. And the last sentence answers why Canada is one of the best countries in the world to live in. Okay. Closing sentence, the last sentence. What is a closing sentence? The closing sentence is the last sentence in the paragraph. Going back over here, as a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. This is the closing sentence. And again, the closing sentence is the last sentence in a paragraph. What does this sentence do? What, as a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. What is إيش الهدف from this جملة من هاي الجملة? Well, this last sentence, it restates the main idea of our paragraph. It is, we are reminding the reader, and we are answering the question, we are answering our topic, we are answering to our topic sentence for the reader. So again, it restates the main idea of your paragraph. It's a reminder for the reader why you chose that topic, and how do I write one. To restate the main idea of a paragraph, just use different words. It's basically, here we have, there are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. And then here it says Canada is a desirable place to live. Very similar sentences, but I just changed the words around. So that's how we write a closing sentence. Very easy. And this is the example for the closing sentence. As a result, Canada is a desirable place to live, like I said. And here we come to the end of our paragraph. Our paragraph practice for today is complete. I hope this video helped you understand what a paragraph is and how to identify each part of the paragraph. I hope you got a better understanding, and I hope you feel more comfortable now to write a small paragraph, because that is what I will be asking of you. And please go over this video once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, as many times as you need to have a better understanding of writing a short paragraph. And again, just a positive quote. You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are brilliant, and you are brave. Continue working hard, continue to be excellent, and remember, you are powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and brave. Have a great day, and until our next lesson.